Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with a very special guest. She is a mindset therapist. Assalamu alaikum Sahar Baji.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम, कैसी हो?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Okay, so basically I got this one particular very long message.
So there are a couple of layers to it. First of all, taking hijab is a very life-altering decision, right? It changes how you look, it changes how you are perceived, it also changes how you perceive things differently. So it changes a lot of our belief system. Rather, it actually shows a lot of our belief system. Okay. The first thing I would like to make clear here, I was a non-hijabi, and then I was a hijabi for a decade. And then in 2018, I quit hijab. And it's a journey for everyone. And now maybe I'm just rethinking that I need to go back to it. So for whoever it is, taking hijab could be an anxious act. It could bring up a lot of triggers for someone. You know, different people do hijab for different reasons. You know, सबका reason सिर्फ एक नहीं होता है. Hijab could be a very different thing translated differently in different parts of the world. So some people could be anxious not just because how they are going to look, but also how others are going to perceive. In some parts of the world, it is not safe to wear hijab for women. They're harassed more just because their faith is easily detectable. You can see what their faith is, and that is why it is more difficult for them to carry hijab. You know, again, hijab is going to be your war against too many things, because इसमें शैतान भी है, इसमें इंसान भी है, और इसमें आपका नफ्स भी है. So there are three things involved here, for which you have to place your battles every other day. When you're making any life-altering decision, and this is for anyone and everyone, आपको एंजाइटी भी हो सकती है, आपका थॉट प्रोसेस आपको कंफ्यूज भी कर सकता है, and that is normal. So first thing is accept that if this anxious act or anxious thoughts, I'm sorry, is coming to you, then it's a normal thing. It's not कि आपको सिर्फ हिजाब लेना है तो जी मुझे बहुत एंजाइटी हो रही है. आप हो सकता है कि आपको दूसरी इश्यूज में भी एंजाइटी होती हो. So anxiety is one of the way that your body tells you that what you want to do and what you do not want to do. Again, I will repeat that if it is a life-altering decision, then accept the anxious thoughts and then go back to your why. Why are you taking hijab? And obviously, जब भी आप कोई change लेकर आते हैं, जब हिजाब लेते हैं तो भी लोग करते हैं, जब आप हिजाब हटाते हैं तो भी लोग आपको कमेंट करते हैं, तो भी लोग आपको कमेंट करते हैं, जब आप वेट गेन करते हैं तो भी लोग आपको कमेंट करते हैं. So the second point is, the world will always have something to add to your life. The thing is, if it's affecting you, then आपको देखना है क्या आपकी सेल्फ जजमेंट इंक्लूड है. आपको वही चीज अफेक्ट करती है जिसमें आपकी अपनी पर्सनल जजमेंट इंक्लूडेड होती है. यानी कि अगर कोई आपको कहते हैं हाय हाय हिजाब ले लिया, अरे तो साड़ी कैसे पहनोगी, अरे तो फंक्शन में कैसे जाओगी, अरे तो तुम्हारे बाल खराब हो जाएंगे. You know, there are different things that people will provoke you for. And the thing is, अगर आप इन चीजों में अपने आप को इन एंग्शियस कमेंट्स में अपने आप को इंडल्ज कर रहे हैं और इसको बहुत ज्यादा थॉट प्रोसेस दे रहे हैं, बहुत टाइम और एनर्जी दे रहे हैं, then maybe still somewhere you are judgmental inside about this decision. और ये decision easily नहीं आता, तो it's okay to have that self judgment also. You know, अगर आप खुद को भी जज कर रहे हैं तो it's okay, because you're doing it for the larger good, for the larger picture. You're doing it for your akhirah, right? So it's a sacrifice you're putting into your faith. So take it that sacrifices don't come easily. This is going to be a difficult journey, like it would be a difficult journey for any other act of faith or any other act that is larger than just yourself. You know, if you're an activist for something, it is going to be a bigger thing and it will have its own sets of problems and people will comment. So हाँ, people आपको differently perceive करेंगे. You have to find confidence. Some days you will not have those confidence, so just swim through those days. And some days just have the confidence in yourself. And अगर आपके अंदर confidence नहीं आ रहा, तो आप शीशे के सामने खड़े होके अपने आप को confidence दिलाएं कि this is for a larger good. You will have to bring in an element of I don't care for a while, until you find that absolute confidence, the absolute unapologetic you comes out. वो सबके अंदर होती है. You know, आपको किसी से borrow नहीं करना पड़ता अपना unapologetic self. आपको किसी से confidence borrow नहीं करना पड़ता. हम सबके अंदर होते हैं, हम पैदा होते हैं confidence के साथ. इसलिए बच्चे को मना करते रहो, नहीं 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 plug में हाथ नहीं डालना, वो डाल देता है, क्योंकि उसके अंदर वो confidence होता है. You don't have to worry about confidence. It's already there. हाँ, वो थोड़ा दब जाता है. हमारा culture, हमारा माहौल, हमारा brought up, everything influences us. So उसको थोड़ा सा practice करना पड़ेगा. It's a muscle that you have to practice on.
Like, for instance, I'm going out, I am going to a gathering, and I feel extremely anxious. And there are people around me who are pressurizing me even more to put it off. Like, at that moment, it becomes extremely hard to, like renew your faith and do all of those things. So, like, are there any things that a person can do to like
Yes.
control or manage kind of that anxiety?
The first thing is you should know what your boundaries are. किसको कितनी इजाजत है इंटरफेयर करने की, किसकी बात आपने एक कान से सुन के दूसरे कान से निकाल देनी है. So you have to prepare yourself, you know, before you go to that event or wherever you're going. You need to prepare yourself that these are my boundaries, these are the questions that I'm going to entertain. अरे हिजाब ले लिया जी, क्यों ले लिया, मेरी मर्जी.
शादी में कौन
You
करता
know,
है हिजाब?
हाँ, शादी में कौन हिजाब करता है, मैं. One word answer, you know, so the other person know you're not disrespectful, you're polite. आप मुस्कुरा के जवाब दें. One word answer will place your boundary. हाय हाय हाय, इतनी प्यारी लगती थी ना तुम पहले जी. मुस्कुराइए और गुजर जाइए, मुस्कुराइए और गुजर जाइए. Because they don't know your journey, they are not you. So आप अपनी जात में रह उस वक्त उनसे डील करेंगे, ना कि उनके इमोशंस और उनके थॉट्स को आप अपने अंदर ट्रांसफॉर्म करने की कोशिश करेंगे. So you have to place that boundary. Before someone crosses, you should know what your personal boundary is. So prepare yourself that I am going to give one word answer. And if someone really provokes me, I will say, I am sorry, but I'm not available for this discussion. I'm sorry, but I would not like to discuss this with anyone right now. You know, I know you mean well, but this is not something that I will discuss with anyone. You can be polite, assertive, and just walk away.
Like, there's no magical way that like once you decide, all of a sudden, like for the next 100 years it's going to be like all rainbows and miracles. It's going to be like every single day you're going to face those people. Every single day, like shaitan is going to, like, make you uh, make you feel bad about it, make you feel ugly about it. All of those things, they are completely normal. And like, even if you want to cry it out, you can do that. It's all fine. But like, if you are worried, this is what I tell myself. If you are worried that like people say stuff all the time, um if you're worried about what will people say, people will say regardless of the hijab. If you're not wearing your hijab, they are going to say, oh, why did you go with that hairstyle? Oh, why did you go with this makeup, with this dress? Like, they're always going to like say stuff. I would say mental health is being normal, but it's also being romanticized, so like, when should a person know that it's getting extremely hard and it is time to consult a professional?
So you're right that mental health has been romanticized, and the toxic positivity is the buzz today.
Yeah.
You know, smile and wave, or you can do this, or just, it's look at the brighter side. But there is sometimes no brighter side to things. So when your anxious thoughts turn into emotions, and you are emotionally heavy most of the day. And that emotional heaviness is not just that you feel like crying or you feel a lot of worried thoughts, or you're just constantly depressed or sad. It could be absolute numbness, that you feel absolutely empty, is also emotional heaviness. So if you feel that that is interrupting in your daily routine, getting up from bed is heavy, brushing your teeth is heavy, making, you cannot fix your coffee until you've had a gazillion thoughts in your mind that are more negative, that are more destructive, that are stopping you in your growth, or they're just a lot of worried thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
If you're feeling too heavy or too numb, absolutely empty, just robotic, that is when you need to seek help again. And the last stage for all of this is when your trauma or your anxiety or your depression or your mental health that has gone south starts settling in your body. So you have unexplainable pains, you have a lot of headaches, you have a lot of stiffness on your shoulders, your neck is already stiff, you get a lot of stomach bug with anything and everything, and you get a lot upset, you get either too angry or you get too sad or you get too frustrated. And if it is hindering your daily life, that is when you have to seek help. According to me, and actually according to research, every single person should go to a mental health professional. It could be a counselor, it could be a therapist, it could be a coach, it could be anyone. Choose someone, just like we need to go to a regular doctor, a medical doctor, because our body ails and it needs attention. Certainly our mind is also a part of the body that does not get enough attention, that cannot be detected what's going on. So you need to go to a professional for that. So every single person has experienced trauma in their childhood, every single person, regardless of their environment. It could be they could have been brought up in an extremely healthy environment during their childhood, but they should and would have experienced trauma. So go to a mental health professional, find someone near you, find someone away, find someone from your faith, find someone from your community. uh, just find someone who can help you, guide you. Mental health professionals cannot change you. Change is going to happen within you.
I have just one thing to add over here. Since she talked about, it will take time to find the right person. A lot of the consultants and therapists and all of that, especially Sahar, I know, um, they offer first free consultation call, that you can, talk to them, tell them, maybe tell them 100% about your issues and whatever, and like make sure that you are comfortable with them, um, because a lot of the therapists or professionals would be good and they will be professional and they'll be really good in their own field, but just like you don't feel connected to every single human being on the earth, just like that, every single professional might not be able to help you, because it's about your mind. And if you are not comfortable with someone, they won't be able to help you.
True, true. And always see that if the mental health professional should have a very non-judgmental space. वो आपको, you will always learn it through the first session. Ask them to give you a first session free. Some people do, some don't. So if you have to see where you're at when it comes to, financially, and what timings would suit you. The best therapists who will suit you will be the people from your own community. So maybe if you're a brown Pakistani Muslim, then maybe look for a person who's brown Pakistani and Muslim. If you're living in the West and you're an immigrant, look for people from your community. They will understand your background. But not necessarily if you're in the West and you look for someone back in Pakistan, they will not be able to cater to you because they do not understand an expat's life. Maybe
Mm,
look for someone who lives in another country who's already an expat or an immigrant. and they will understand your. So these are little things, because then you will not be find yourself alone in this journey, because you know that they can relate to it, and they will be able to understand you better. Another thing, the best thing that you can look for a therapist is, what do you get away with in your session? Even the first session, you should get away with something that will benefit you. So look for that in, and please try a couple of them. If you do not feel settled about someone, listen to your gut feeling. If you're not comfortable with someone, don't go back to them, not because they are bad or they don't know their work. It's just that you didn't vibe together. It's just that you didn't, your energies didn't, match with each other. So
True.
look for a person who's your right fit, and it might sometimes take some time. Sometimes you'll just click with the first person you get a call on, and that'll just work for you. So don't quit the first time, is what I'm trying to say. Don't quit if you don't find the right therapist or the coach or a counselor the very first time. Don't give it up.
Mm-hmm. True. Um, Thank you so much, Sahar Baji, for like answering these questions. I know it helped me a lot, and I really really hope that it would help someone out there who is looking for solutions for that. Okay, inshallah. I will see you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.